It's the end of March 2022, and I'm here again at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, very close to Easter time 2022. Amazing blue sky. We had horrible March. For you it was summertime, but for us it was the coldest March ever in the Holy Land. But now it's beautiful day. People are walking with coats, mainly because they started the day with it, and they were sure that it's going to be hot. But short sleeve t-shirt is an amazing idea. And we are here to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre just before Easter. And I will try to talk about Jesus at the Holy Week early morning, and you can actually subscribe my channel and you will be able to see. I started the tour at the Mount of Olives and then the Via Dolorosa, and we reach here. And this time I'm doing a special tour for everyone, but one of you is Dr. Dante M. Torrese, which is, as I hope, my new subscriber. He asked me to buy the Greek Orthodox cross, and we will visit a tour together with him and you. Then mostly 11th and 12th century. I'm talking about the facade of the church, but the church originally was built at how are you? It's actually started at the 4th century when St. Helen built the church. I want you to understand that the church wasn't here at the time of Jesus, and although it's now the center of the city, the church wasn't, the crucifixion place wasn't in the city. The city of today is different than the city from Jesus' time. We are talking about a gap of 2,000 years. You can understand that it can be different. But I must tell you that there's another option, another place that marks the crucifixion, the tomb, and the resurrection of Jesus. It's called the Garden Tomb. It's mainly for the Church of England and some of the Protestant, but it's beautiful to visit it as well. And I do have some videos of it, and you can actually visit it through me as well. Then, in that case, the doctor, I just want you to understand how important he is. He is a professor, let's start with it, for dentistry at Columbia University in New York. And we are talking about someone who knows one thing in his life. And I'm so happy that I'm doing it. If you want me to do it for you because you cannot visit Israel, because you're too busy, because you are rich or poor, because of so many reasons, you're sick, it doesn't matter. I will be more than happy to do that for you. And you can see that it's going to be a really professional tour, including blessing the cross. Then let's start the tour, can we? Yeah. Now that church, not like your churches, is held by so many different kind of Christians. We have here Catholic, we have here Greek Orthodox, we have here Russians, Armenians, but you can find the Syrianic Church. Then there's so many rights to everyone, but because my back is hurt, I don't want you to hear me shouting when I'm standing, then I'm stopping the video for just a minute. Then, here we are, walking with you, Dr. Dante M. Torrese, and It's so beautiful to see that tourists are arriving, although we do have coronavirus, COVID-19 problem in Israel. We call it the end of the fifth one or the beginning of the sixth wave, but a lot of my friends are sick and I'm still holding the cross in my hand and praying that nothing will happen to me. Then let's first climb up to the Golgotha. Lately it's very crowded. And I hope that you will be able to hear me. It's a different telephone and the headset are not working here. Or I don't know how to do that. It's empty. Doctor, it's empty. Then we climb up to the top of the Golgotha of the Calvary. It's divided into two. But before someone will come, let me do one thing here. Let me stand in the short line because I want to bless it at the crucifixion site itself. That is usually busy. Meanwhile, you can see the nailing to the cross right here. This is part of the Catholic chapel. And here, Mary with a spear in her heart, the Pietà. But this is the most important part. Belongs to the Greek Orthodox. This is the crucifixion place, and I'm waiting in the line to enter into it. You can see the bedrock on both sides. But the most important part is right here. And again, my back is not for that today, but we are doing it. Let me see if we can use the light. No. No, cannot use the flashlight. Then this is the crucifixion place itself. And let me put my hand into it to touch the bedrock. This is the only possibility. And now I'm actually holding the cross after touching the Golgotha. You can see here the beloved one, John, and Jesus on the cross. On top of it, you can see 4 letters in 3 different languages. Jesus from Nazareth, King of the Jews. The other side, you can see Mary, the mother. Let me walk through here. And just for you, Professor, let's listen to a little bit to the procession here. I took the tour for you now, mainly because of the procession, the Greek Orthodox procession. Then we are leaving the Golgotha. You can see the Greek Orthodox part and the Catholic part. And we will continue down to more places in the church. I hope that you can hear me. Again, I'm so sorry about my headsets. And I don't want to shout in the church. Now, we were right there. We were at the Golgotha. And you can see 2 figures that you didn't know about them before. Nactiminos, and the one with the beard next to the mother of Jesus and Jesus is Joseph of Arimathea, who gave Jesus his own tomb. What we know is that Joseph was a very important Jew, but he believed in Jesus. He was afraid to tell it to the Jews because they were against Jesus. But he's got a lot of influence because he went to Pontius Pilate to get the body of Jesus. Now it's like me going to, I don't know, name it, president of even of my country, just to tell him, all right, I need you to do something, and I will do that. And he did it. Now we know that Joseph of Arimathea garden was next to the Golgotha, which was owned by the government, and this is the Golgotha. And soon you will see where is the tomb. That's why it's actually together in the same place. We enter to another Greek Orthodox chapel, and actually we are beneath the Golgotha. The Golgotha is above us. You can see a little bit of it in front of you, and this is the chapel of Adam. Jesus soon will die. It's around 1400 hours, 2:30 p.m. or something like that, and he will die soon. When he will die, it will be darkness, and the earth will shake. And you can see here the creek of the Golgotha, and tears of blood enter through those creeks, and the Bible mentioned that so many people resurrected. The Greek Orthodox believe that one of them was famous, and one of them was Adam itself. Then this is Adam Chapel, the first man ever. And before you will ask me, hey, Hannah, how are you? But I'm going. I'm leaving you. Enjoy, Hannah. Then let me just go outside. That was nice. The group that enter she is a very important Christian teacher. I study a lot from her, but I didn't know. And those people are studying they want to be tour guides. And I felt a little embarrassed that they knew me.
Why are you embarrassed?
I don't know, because usually no one see who is Zahi, and then suddenly they know who I am.
Yes, you're famous and you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Now I'm blushing. Yeah,
I see you blush.
yeah, totally.
Keep on the good job.
I'm doing it. Thank you very much. Then Jacob is such an important person here.
Okay.
He's here every day.
אני אשמח להכיר אותך, קוראים לי יונית קמחי.
As it's read, then that was really embarrassing. But can you hear it? Let me be quiet. Golgotha. That's for you, Doctor. And the Greek Orthodox prayer, just like the Armenian, I can cry. It's another Greek Orthodox chapel. That is where Jesus sat, and they actually laughed at him, mocked him. Sorry. Let's let's enter to the Armenian chapel and the Catholic one, because it's quite important. But let's talk about the name of the church. The name of the church is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Not really. There are a few names to their church, and because we are dealing with the Greek Orthodox, let's call it by the name that I prefer in a way. But not all of them, all of the Christians knows it. And this is the Church of the Resurrection. Because let's face it, the resurrection is the story. We enter now to Armenian chapel. And it's one of the lowest places in the church. And if we're talking about low place, talking about history, it's like a place on top of a place on top of a place. But the lower part, and we will see the bedrock soon, is such an important place. Then you can see here 9 Armenian cities and Mount Ararat. All of those cities are captured by the Ottomans, Turks, or been destroyed. Sadly, in 1915, a lot of the Armenians died because of being Armenians by the Ottomans, and sadly we are not recognized it, at least not in Israel. I know that America did it, but look how beautiful is the Armenian cross. It looks like a flower. And that's called Khachkar, which is a memorial stone. Why there are so many Armenian chapels here? Mainly because the Armenians, as a nation, been converted to Christianity 30 years before Constantine started to do that to the Roman emperor. Then in that case here you can see the king, looks like Jesus in a way. You can see his clothes right there, being baptized, and the rest was the community, the Armenian community, the Armenian himself. But we are here because of one more thing. We are leaving the Armenian chapel and entering to the Catholic chapel. How do I know it? Here you can see Armenian art. So many Armenian histories on those walls, but those two are already Catholic. In that case, let's continue down to St. Helen Chapel. That belongs to the Catholic. And this is the lowest place in the church. There's another one on the other side. Then let's start with it. King Herod used that place as a quarry. And you can see here the quarry. When he died, you could choose to use it for a burial site, as a burial site. Then here it is, Jesus is buried here. And that place was used as a water system, because there's not a lot of water in Israel. Then you can see the bucket holes, and you can see the plasters on the wall. And what about the beautiful fresco? You can see here Jesus and John and Mary, crucifixion site. But what St. Helen found here is not less than 3 crosses. One of them was Jesus' cross. The true cross was found here. And this is the chapel dedicated to it. And my bag. Oh, yes, I'm doing it. Here it is. Then let's climb up through the Armenian chapel. The walls that you will see soon the one to the right, the one to the left. One is from 11th century, the other one is from 12th century, and you will see a lot of graffitis of crosses on top of it. The church doesn't look like a regular church. When you enter a church, you're expecting to see kind of a cathedral, nave, corridors. That place was built and been destroyed so many times. So many small chapels here. And here's the chapel of the Spear, another Greek Orthodox chapel. Hi, doctor. And let's enter to another chapel. But what are they doing here? First of all, there's a lot of renovation here. But, sorry. But lucky us, they decided to renovate the floor. But first, they will check it out. And they will check each one of it. They want to see what is beneath it. And this is good because it took years for the Greek Orthodox, Catholic, and Armenians to accept it. This is another Greek Orthodox chapel, and that is the prison of Christ. Now we know that Jesus came here while he was carrying his cross, but he had to wait until he was crucified. He didn't enter straight to the crucifixion place. Then, according to the Greek Orthodox, and you can see here the eagle with the two heads, a symbol of it. You can see here the prison. Oh gosh. Here it is. The two holes are for the legs. And you can see Jesus, he was tied to the columns here. And then this is the chapel. Oops. Jerusalem in heaven with 12 gates, and I won't be able to go to the Greek Orthodox Cathedral because it's closed now, but from the outside we will be able to see the cathedral, and we want to know what's happening there. Now I won't be able to see it, but you will see it before me through the camera. I don't know if you can see something or not. Later on, when I watch it, I will know what I'm looking at. But the ceremony they prepared for it was right there. Then that was the beginning. can see here different kinds of columns. Remember the idea of building destroying? Then here it is, you can see it. And I wanted him to bless us, but he ran away. I'm kidding. So that I will see something from there. Then, this is the tomb. Now, we're expecting to see a tomb that looks like a cave, because we know that he was buried in a cave. But that structure been destroyed, that tomb been destroyed so many times. Then what you see here is the Aedicula from 19th century that been renovated lately. And in it, I won't be able to go with the video. In it, oh, it's open. The first, let's go in. Dr. Dante M, Torrese, it's open for you. This is the chapel that I said that it might be closed. It's usually closed. Then I'm here because we saw it from there. We saw the ceremony from there, from the Calvary area, from the Golgotha. You can see the iconostasis, the wall of icons. You know that the other side is where the priests are preparing everything, connecting themselves to Jesus himself. And the disciples are usually standing outside, not sitting. And there's one thing that you must see here. Oh, wow, look at that. I want you to see a special place that I want to bless the cross for you there. And again, I hope that you will hear me. And there won't be any problems because of my headsets, which are not there, sadly. Then, remember we saw the Jerusalem in heaven? This is something to talk about. I mean, look how beautiful it is. But I'm reaching that stone that marks the center of the word. And if it's okay by you, let me light a candle for you, if I find one. Oh, no, it's there. It's there. It's always there. And first, let me light it for you next to the tomb of Jesus. And all the candles are from the Holy Fire, Doctor. Now I have to donate a little bit, then I'll just stop the video for just a second. All right, Doctor, I did it. Oh, sorry. All right, then I did it. Then this is the center of the word, and I just blessed it for you. And because we started the tour from the Golgotha, we skip one part of it. Then, if it's okay by you, I want to go back. But let me bless it like that. And at the end of the video, I will stand in the line for you, and I will bless your cross at the tomb of Jesus. But before we will say goodbye, we have two more things, at least two more things to see. Then the one who followed that video, I will ask you to subscribe my channel. And if it's okay by you, if you want to buy the cross like that and other different crosses, and even the Bible or rosaries, go into the description, look at the Buy Me a Coffee link, and there's so many options for that. And of course, he will get it home. It's his, not mine. Then after Jesus was crucified. They prepare him for the burial, just like that. They are doing it to every Jew until today. And here you can see Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, John the disciple, the beloved one, and we believe that he was young. He wasn't a man yet. That's why he's got no beard. You can see the mother and Jesus. I mean, look at the agony and the Marys, and Mary Magdalene. And we believe that the stone that is in front of you right now is the anointing stone. And let me bless it. You see the people are blessing everything there. The smell is amazing. The smell is amazing, doctor. Then let me take you to see one more place before we are saying goodbye. But this is Armenian chapel, and Armenian chapel, that's where I'm usually lighting the candles to everyone, because it's just facing the tomb, and usually the Catholicon, the place that cathedral that I was lighting the candle for you is closed. Then we had a miracle today. I think I did it twice, only twice. Then you know what? I have two more places to show you. And until I will reach there, if you want to support my channel, you can do that via Buy Me a Coffee link or via PayPal. It's in the description, and you can, if you want to find it, you can ask me to do that. You can ask me to send it to you, and I will send you the link. And thank you very much for that. But the most important thing, subscribe my channel and send it to everyone. Resurrection. Remember, that's the name of the church, the Church of the Resurrection for the Greek Orthodox. That's the Greek Orthodox name. And you can see here the resurrection time. Here Mary met Jesus. The Catholic marks it like that. This is where Mary was standing. This is where Jesus was standing. And it was on Sunday. And the disciple didn't believe that. They have a lot of doubts. Mary Magdalene had no doubts at all. Then, because it's open, I won't be able to talk, but it's a beautiful Catholic chapel. They have so many hidden places here. And let me convince you that it used to be a cemetery area, because now you can actually look at it and say, oh, come on, it doesn't look so old, which is not. Now, remember, we know that Joseph of Arimathea gave Jesus his own tomb. Here it is, that no one used before. And it will take me at least 20 minutes to wait in the line, but I have nothing else to do, and it's very important for me. I want to bless the cross on top of, the sarcophagus of Jesus, the tomb of Jesus, which is empty, of course. But we are entering to a chapel that, just like many other chapels, they have so many questions. Who owns it? So many debates. What I want you to see is 4th century wall from the time of St. Helen. But look at that. This is a tomb. It's difficult to see it, but believe me, it's a Jewish tomb with so many places to be buried. There are a few niches here. I think they have between 5 to 6 niches. Then what will happen if I'm the 7th one and I have no place? Then they will take out the bones of the oldest guy or woman who died, they will put it in a small ossuary box and they will put it in a storeroom. Then now I do have a place for myself. But what about Jesus' tomb? Why you got that tomb and not this tomb? Mainly because Joseph of Arimathea, whose garden was next to the Golgotha, gave Jesus his own tomb that no one used before. And now we can understand that no one used before. That one was used. Then we believe that this is the tomb of Nactiminus and Joseph of Arimathea and his family, who gave Jesus their own tomb, which is there. But it actually shows you that that was a cemetery area at the time of Jesus. I love it. Now we are going now out of the church, and I'm saying Dr. Dante M. Torrese, and you can see that I wrote your name in Hebrew and English here. Thank you very much. I'm so happy that I could help you, and I'm so happy that you actually helped me as well. Happy Easter, my friends. See you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, please. Bye bye. It's so beautiful to see people here. Thank you. Bye bye.